Why don't you come on in?
Hi. I'm Ferg. I'm looking for Kevin. Is Kevin here?
Who the heck are you?
I just said I'm Ferg. I'm looking for Kevin.
Hey.
This is Kevin's house.
I can hear just fine. I don't need any help. You trying to say I'm deaf?
No, I was. You just asked a question that I just. Oh, all right.
Why don't you sit down?
Here. I'll sit down here.
Do you know who I am?
No, I don't. I'm looking for Kevin. I'm in the right house, right?
You're in the right house, and I'm here to tell you that you're in the right house. When you ask questions, I'll answer them the way that I see fit.
Oh, okay.
You got that, smart guy?
Yes. Can you tell me your name, please?
My name is Joe Supresci. Do you know
Supresci.
Do you know who Joe Supresci is?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He is the second half step cousin-in-law twice removed from Tony Soprano and Joe Pesci. But you can call me Uncle Jay. You got that?
Uncle Jay, right?
Uncle Jay.
Okay, Uncle Jay. Do you know Kevin or?
Let's just say that I have some words with Kevin. Kevin owes us some money, so I said I'll open the show tonight.
Okay. All right.
You got that, tough guy, huh?
Yeah. Did you? Usually, Kevin has a thing for opening the show. Do you have something you want to talk about, or?
You think I would come here tonight? Me? You call me a snookerdoodle? Huh? You think I'd come here tonight with my fudge nuggets in my hands and I'm telling you that I'm not here yet and I have nothing for the show? Jason Rice, my friend.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
I'm telling you, you got to cut these banana shenanigans and we got a 6 to the 8, buddy. We're going to sit down. We're going to start the show.
Oh, all right. Let's start the show then.
Don't get me all fiddlesticks.
Hey, sir.
Now listen, this time of year, you know what time of year it is, right? Don't call me sir. You can call me Uncle Jay. You can call me Mr. Supresci.
It doesn't have to call you Johnson, right?
Oh, yeah. You got jokes, huh? Holy horse pucky, buddy. Gee, suffering succotash. You got that? Get your fudge berries ready, because we're going to do something special tonight. Huh? Okay, Giggles?
I'm ready.
Poo on a stick, corn nuts, man. Mother smuckers. Are you paying attention, you mutcha?
Yes.
All right.
I'm sorry. Yes.
What we're going to do is we're going to go down 5 things that have to do with leap year.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And I want you to start.
All right.
Here's the list. I'm sorry. Let me get you the piece of paper. That was awful rude of me.
Oh, okay.
That made no sense whatsoever. Here, you take this piece of paper. You munch. Here you go. Come on, take it, you corn.
Ow.
Just take the corn.
Ow. All right. Okay.
Now start reading. He owes me 50 cool yen.
Okay.
He owes me rupees.
So, as you know, leap year is on leap day is on February 29th. That comes every 4 years. This year is one of those years. So there's certain customs and traditions that happen on leap day.
That's right.
One of them. Sorry.
I said that's right. There is. Come on,
okay,
finish what you were saying right there.
I'm sorry. Okay. So one of the traditions is that women propose to their men, and this is according to an old Irish legend.
It's
apparently
always the Irish, ain't it? It's always the Irish.
All right, take it easy there, buddy.
I'm sorry, I get upset about the Irish. They always coming over here telling us what to do. It's crazy. Gets my cornhole up in a bind.
Relax.
All right, go ahead, Joe.
So, Saint Bridget apparently struck a deal with Saint Patrick, who to allow women to propose to men,
right?
Just every 4 years. So it. Believed to have been introduced to balance the traditional roles of men and women in a similar way to how Leap Day balances the calendar.
Wow, you read that like a poet. What are you, a Pokemon? Golly gee. Yeah, what the frog, man? Criminy, mother of pearl tartar sauce. I'll tell you what, I'm going to read the next one for you.
You read the next one.
All right. All right, you got a problem with your nose? Well, you're sniffing a little.
Yeah, I got some.
Got the sugars,
there, Uncle Jay.
Huh? You got something there for me? Huh?
No, I'm nope. Go ahead.
That?
You can
Sniffles?
read the next one. Sniffles.
Yeah,
yep.
That's raw noodles, hamburgers, cheese Louise. All right, fish sticks, frack. Let me read this. All right. Gloves hide the naked ring finger. Apparently, in some places, Leap Day has been known as Bachelor's Day, and for the same reason. And it's because a man is expected to pay a penalty, just like Zerv is paying a penalty to me, such as groin, such as a gown of money. I can read. I went to school, you hobknocker. Don't make fun of me. You son of a biscuit. Leaping lizards. Oh, my gosh. Peanut butter and jelly. Fraggle Rock. All right. If he refused a marriage proposal from a woman on Leap Day. And that's what happens. So they hide the stuff on every man and stuff. Got to do that, you know. They got to hide the gloves and stuff. They sound like Salazar.
You got questions about that, Uncle Jay?
I got some questions. Like, what's number 3? Go ahead and do it. Crikey,
number 3
crap.
All right. Take it easy, buddy.
Phooey.
I need a towel.
Sorry about that. I got it. I had me a nice fazone. I ate it before you came over. Judas Priest, gosh darn it. There's a bunch of horse pucky the way this is going. William Shatner. All right, go ahead.
Number 3 is the Leap Day Babies World Record. People born on February 29th, who only celebrate the birthday every 4 years, apparently, are all invited to join the Honor Society of Leap Year Day Babies. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, there are Leap Day World Record holders, both of a family producing 3 consecutive generations born on February 29th, which is nuts, and of the number of children born on February 29th in the same family.
Get out of here. Shut that front door. This is a bunch of holy cow.
You think they tried to do that?
Sam Hill? I think they do. I think it's something. I think this whole thing is rigged. I don't know how. Jumping Jimmy, gee willikers, gee whiz. All right.
How would you read the next one?
I surely will. Unlucky in love in Scotland. It used to be considered unlucky for someone to be born on Leap Day, just as Friday the 13th is continued to be the day that I come in there and I kick your ass. You spit coffee, I swear to God, I'll get a towel and I'll wipe the floor with you. Don't dadgummit. You flippin' fudger. Greeks considered unlucky for you to spit on the floor. Greeks consider it unlucky for couples to marry during leap year, especially on Leap Day. Do you know what happens when they get married?
No.
Me neither. I don't know why they... Could you read number 1?
Okay. Number 1 is St. Oswald's Day, which is also Leap Day. It's named after the Archbishop of York. That's probably Old York in England, not New York, who died on February 29th.
As if I didn't know that. I knew that. You didn't have to tell me that.
He died on February 29th, 992, and his memorial is celebrated on February 29th during leap years and on February 28th during common years. Will you say February or February?
I say whatever the hell I want to say, you fart knocker. There ain't no reason that has to be that way. You know, barnacles, man. Kitty whiskers. What's wrong with you? Eat some soap, slugs. All right, well.
Uncle Jay, I have to say you are very, very rude.
Rude?
Yes. You come in here.
Come here a minute.
No. No, you listen to me for a second.
No, you listen Oh,
you take over my friend Kevin's house. You spew all this crap at me.
Watch your mouth.
I'm trying to read here, and you. I mean, it's a nice thing that you brought the piece of paper at least, but you could be a little more nice to people.
Ferg, settle down. Settle down. I can see you're upset, and I can see you need a little time to breathe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk out that door, and when I come in, if you think you're man enough to kick my ass, start kicking. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm watching you.
I'm going to lock this door now. Who is it?
Open the door.
No.
Open the damn door.
No.
Open
Thanks
the
for coming.
Jumping Jehoshaphat. Open the door.
No. Thanks for coming by, Uncle Jay.
This is a bunch of bullshit.
See you later.
Please. Ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats.
Please stand by.
The show is about to begin. We hope you enjoy the show.
Please stand by.
Now, your host, Zero and Ferg.
Hello and welcome to episode 24. This particular episode is titled Leap Year, and welcome.
Leap year.
Woo.
Welcome to Leap Year.
Welcome to Leaping Years.
Hey, 24 is also divisible by 4, so it's perfect.
Oh, this is a perfect thing.
It's Leap episode. Leapisode.
That's what it's going to be called, Leapisode. Leapisode. Let me change the name. There we go, Leapisode.
All right.
But before I continue, I got to introduce my host. My co-host, or my second to my one, the none, bar none guy. Ladies and gentlemen, the pumper to my nickel. The foe to my gotcha. Is that the right way to say focaccia?
Focaccia, yeah.
Yeah, I did good. And the baker's favorite Beatles song to my loaf is all you need. Ladies and gentlemen, Ferguson.
Hey, hi everybody. Hi Kevin. How is Kevin today?
Kevin is starting to feel much better. Kevin had an exciting day.
Oh yeah? You're going to tell us about it?
I think I will. Why not? I woke up this morning and I was out of a med. And so I spent the day doing my companion and homemaker job with a very understanding lady. And she was very cool about it. She knew my situation, and I ran around like a crazy lunatic until I got my meds about 4 p.m. today.
Ooh.
So tonight could be really fun.
Okay.
Hence Joe Supresci.
Yeah.
Or Joni Supresci. But no, it's been a very exciting day in that fashion. I'm noticing that up here in Connecticut, when you have inklings of a spring coming or warmer weather, people start just becoming very selfishly crazy.
Oh, really?
Cutting people off in the stores, running around as if their lives were, you had like 10 seconds to enjoy what was left of it. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. They're just, it's the upper Northeast, I guess. That's what they do up here.
I think it's like that everywhere all the time now.
Are you feeling that way? I think it has to do with all the political business and everything else going on in the world.
I just think that's human nature.
Oh, God.
Maybe that's a little cynical. I don't really. When I go shopping, I usually go it's 6:30 in the morning, so I'm usually the only one in the store.
See, and I miss that. I miss the nighttime business like that.
Yeah.
I just can't believe. I can't believe the way it's getting. It must be the stress level with everybody.
Yeah, I imagine.
Makes you want to be an antelope or a squirrel.
No, because antelopes get shot and squirrels fall off of wires into the road.
Wah, 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 wah. Well, I think I'm going to go walk into the lake until the bubbles stop. I'll see you, buddy.
All right. Well, you have to wait until the water comes back.
It has. Last night,
it's come back.
We've had a full day of rain and then a whole bunch of ice that has melted and it's coming off the mountains and the water's back up again. Someone's deck was floating out in the middle of the lake.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was great. And ducks were landing on it, and then came the seagulls and they kicked the crap out of the ducks, and it was hysterical.
That's funny.
But how are you? Enough of me gabbing. What you at?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
It's getting closer, like you said. It's getting a little busier because Easter's coming, and we have what's the other holiday? The weird holiday that's coming up. Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
The weird holiday?
Yeah.
You're Irish, right?
Partly, yeah.
Irish?
Yeah. So I get to make
Irish
Irish soda bread, and maybe I'll try making some green dinner rolls again this year. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be delicious.
Yeah, it's fun.
I like soda bread.
Soda bread's good. Yeah.
It's a very acquired taste.
It's like a biscuit, basically. A giant biscuit in bread form with raisins and caraway in it. I think the caraway throws people off. I put powder in mine. I don't put the seeds in because I don't like the seeds.
Yeah.
Ground caraway.
Caraway is such a beautiful word. I would name a child that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Call her Care for short. It's a her.
What's your favorite spice?
Oh, right off the top, cinnamon.
Cinnamon is?
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay.
Now I'm shooting towards nutmeg as I think about it.
Oh, yeah?
And now I've hit coming just because it's a dirty word.
My favorite is cardamom. Have you ever smelled cardamom?
No, but I love that name. What does it smell like?
Oh, it's so fruity. It's wonderful.
Does it make you sweat? Cardamom sweater. What is it? Is it something that makes you what does it smell like?
It smells. I use it usually only around the holidays, but I think it's used in Indian cooking
Okay.
a lot. I don't do too much of that. I've been meaning to try more of it because I really enjoy Indian food.
Really, you do?
Oh, yes. There's this place in Dover. I can't ever remember if it's a Taste of India or I forget what it's called, but it's awesome. They had a buffet, so we got the buffet. And it's not really labeled that well. It just labeled what it is. Like one of the things was palak paneer. And I think I looked it up, and it was kind of like a homemade ricotta cheese with spinach and potatoes. And it was, oh, my God, it's so good.
Now, are you on the vegetarian side of Indian food, or do you like the chicken?
No, both.
Good.
I'll take both. Yeah.
I love the curry chicken. I love having anything with the roti bread, especially if it's like not, I guess you say homemade, but it's just like when you make a roti bread and mix it with their, lentils or lentils. Or the whatever doesn't have Barbra Streisand in it. And and wrap that up and eat it. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Is that like naan?
I
Is
think
it like
so.
a pita sort of?
Exactly, and but it's made with like a bunch of squished vegetables and then a doughy substance. I'm not 100% sure. And then for dessert, because when I worked down in D.C., it was nothing but Indian people working for us at the toll road. So we had always celebrated holidays like Diwali and anything between. And then on the other side, you were celebrating Eid, and the food that would come in.
It's good. I like it a lot.
Cleans you out too.
Oh, really?
It caused long squeakers. But I love it. It's worth every.
It's very good.
Every squeak. You ready to start our show?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Even though we already did, but they don't know that yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Try and keep that kind of secret till I push this button right hard.
How about anything exciting? Come on, show me what you got.
I guess I kind of.
How you doing, Ferg?
I kind of spoiled my anything exciting already, didn't I? The St. Patrick's Day.
Oh no!
I talked about the shake last week.
Shamrock.
Yeah. I just like this invariably ends up we talk about food all the time.
No, this is.
Yes.
Please stand by for your menu is what we should call this.
But I just like the food part of it too. There's you always have corned beef and cabbage and potatoes and stuff. And how do you like your corned beef? Do you like corned beef first of all?
I used to. It has to, for me to enjoy corned beef, there better be a crap load of horseradish pie.
Okay.
That's it. I've got to have it slathered. And but there's that after tint to corned beef that just drives me nuts. And, And what is that zing? What makes it sour like that?
I guess the salt?
Ugh.
I don't know. But
I think it's the corn.
There's no corn in it.
No?
No.
I thought they made it with cream corn.
No, I've always wanted to try making it myself. Not buying the already treated brisket, already pink brisket at the store that comes with the
dollar store.
Yeah. No.
Dollar store corned beef.
But I've always wanted to get an actual brisket and then corn it. I guess it's called I think it's takes 6 days or something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try that. So
see, now that I would enjoy.
Yeah,
because I think I'm with you. I've always tried the crap.
Yeah,
dollar store.
Yep. My mom always made it every year. She would boil it, and she would boil the meat with the potatoes and the carrots and the cabbage in there.
Oh man.
Did you ever have that, or did you have it separate?
I can't remember if I did it. I love my mom, but there's the cooking. The cooking was 90% sherry, and then into the pot, and then 100% into her, and then waving knives around. And it's time for bed. As soon as dinner was on the table, it's time to go to bed. I didn't eat yet. It's just time. And so we'd go to bed. So no, Ferg, we didn't have the precious little pot.
Right.
I can't talk to it.
But I always had it boiled, and then my father-in-law makes it every year, and he I think a few years ago he baked it, and it was really, really good.
God, that sounds delicious.
I love, and I always he makes the corned beef and cabbage, and I make the soda bread, and everybody's happy.
Now, do you wear green on St.
I always forget.
Does somebody beat the living crap out of you?
No.
Or little kids come out and
No.
You turn around,
I need to
smack
get a
them
new
across
green
the-
shirt, actually, because my other one has got holes in it. So,
You only have one green shirt?
all right. So, what's your exciting this week, Kevin?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Ferg.
Okay,
It's
Kevin.
well, 2 new podcasts. Why do you laugh at me?
Because every week it's a new podcast, Cynthia.
Ferg, you're on one of them.
I know.
You're a part of it.
Yep.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, that was not that comment.
Wait
The
till I
way I
tell
said
the
it
guys.
did not belie my feelings about being on the podcast.
Oh, don't get all Websters on me. What did you say, belie?
Did I use it incorrectly?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I dropped out. I went to college, but no, you're right. I'm just like, I don't know what belie. I've never used belie before. I've
Okay.
used belie when I said captain in front of it.
Okay. So 2 new podcasts, Kevin.
Captain Fly. All right. So, well, the Pretentious podcast, which was finally released,
Right?
and the newest one. Should I talk about it?
I don't know. Why don't you wait? Maybe we should at least record it before we talk about it. Okay. So, Kevin, what is exciting with you this week?
What's exciting with me is that the sheer news that House of Cards will be starting up again pretty soon on Netflix.
Oh, do you watch that?
I love that.
Yeah, I got to watch it.
It's something that just give it at least the first couple of shows to get into it, but the first couple of shows is good. It does a lot of Deadpool where it breaks the fourth wall and they look
Really?
yeah. There's a lot of that in there.
Oh, I had no idea about that. Okay.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey will look right at you and make you part of it. If he does something terrible and horrid, and you're watching and going, that's just crappy, he'll look at you and go, what? I'm surprised you would have done something better than I did. I can't wait to
Really?
do an impression of him when the shows get going.
Oh
Oh, I
gosh,
can't wait to open a show with Underwood. That would be great.
you're gonna spoil it. For me.
Franco. What? The president?
No, see, you spoiled it.
Well, it's known now. He's on season. Well, that's what the show's about. Him becoming president.
I know.
That's known beforehand.
Yeah.
And yeah, but how he becomes president, I'm not going to ruin that. But oof.
Okay.
And then the other thing, of course, is Pretentious Podcast is up and out. Have a listen. It's going really well.
Good.
But I have emails.
Oh, okay, great.
No, I don't. I lied.
Oh,
I'm going to use the email opener, but what we're going with tonight.
yes. You got me all excited for emails, and you took the rug out from under me.
I'm
Kevin.
sorry. I'm sorry. Come here. Let me brush you off.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. What's that? iTunes reviews, which I didn't know
Oh.
we had.
Oh, great.
Yes. I'm going to read you the iTunes reviews, and I'm going to use the email opening song for it. Here it is.
It's time for Please Stand By. Listener email.
Hey, Ferg.
Hey, we're back.
We got some iTunes reviews. So that thing lied. Once the external hard drive wakes up and gives them to me, I'm sure as hell going to read them. All right, here we go. A gentleman or a female by the name of Back in the Day Man, like obviously it's a man,
Yeah.
said that we got 5 stars, and he says, what a fun podcast to listen to. Zerbinator and Ferg really makes this show a never miss it for me. Thanks, guys, and keep up the fun.
Great.
You know what's sad is I didn't know these were there.
No, you didn't?
Nope, I just went over there to see. For some reason, I wanted to see if it was still on iTunes, because I'm not an iTunes person at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm not an iTunes person, and I'm not a tweeter.
Yeah, that explains why Sean is still listed as a host.
Is he? Is he?
Yes. You have to go in and change that.
I apologize to both of you.
That's all right.
I'm sorry, Sean, and
I'm just
sorry,
busting
Ferg.
on you. Just busting on
I'll fix it. I gotta go. And then we have one here from GC Review, and he wrote, I've always enjoyed listening to this podcast and enjoy Ferg's giggling. The impersonations are bar none. Hey. And the show is good, clean fun. I hope I keep it that way. I hope so.
you. So we can't say then, right?
Ferg? Why would you say that? You're going to get us in a heap of trouble. So keep them coming. It's weird. Whenever I curse, there's a beep over it.
Yeah.
No matter how fast you try to do, what the doesn't work. And then this guy from Fergo Jisan.
Oh, who's that guy?
I just guess he's Korean. It says, I'm not proud. What the hell? I'm not proud. I'm one half of this. Oh, it's you. I'm one half of this show, and it is so much fun to do. Kevin makes it all sound awesome, too. Bless you, my friend. Thank you. If you like to laugh, you'll enjoy the show. Totally unbiased. I love that. Thank you, guys. And I'm sorry I didn't read these sooner, and I'm sorry that I didn't know, but they were all 5-star ratings. Thank you. Now I have to make one, too.
Yeah.
I've never had iTunes reviews before.
Sure you have. Are you sure?
Well, Spiderwebs I did.
Oh, okay.
And I did thank them then. I hope. If I didn't, I'm a jerk.
Because, I mean, you know, if you're on iTunes, you don't normally go to your own page.
No, I don't.
You know, there's no reason to unless you want to look at the reviews. And I always forget about them, too. So
Good, I feel better. But you do an immense job of keeping up with your fan base.
But I've never read any of the iTunes reviews on the show.
Oh, you should. You know what I could do is I could record me reading them, and then you don't have to, and then I'll send it to you, and you put them in. I would do that for you.
Okay.
And I seriously need to do it. You just got to remind me daily, because you know my memory is no good.
Yeah. You're talking to the wrong guy.
Google Podcast is coming about. Did you hear about that?
I think I submitted my show to them, but I haven't heard anything back from them.
I haven't submitted yet. I wanted to see how it goes and if they actually stick with it, because they've done something like this before, I think, and it didn't fall through. Or was that Zoom?
Well, they always get rid of stuff that everybody loves, like the what was it, the RSS thing that they had. I forget what
FeedBurner. I still use FeedBurner. They just don't market it as much anymore.
No, there was something that they just totally got rid of.
Oh, I have no clue.
Can't remember.
Maybe it was an RSS reader or some kind of
It might have been
podcatcher, and they figured, why bother? Everybody's making their own.
And now they're doing podcasts.
Now, well, they're going to try to compete with iTunes, and I really hope it takes off. I really do.
Well, Google Plus has been doing well against Facebook, right?
The only two differences, if I may extend this conversation, and I'm sorry, but I have to. The only difference for me between Facebook and Google Plus is like, you know, if you go to Facebook, it's like, hey, look what my kitty did today.
Yeah.
Hey, I bought me some ice cream with sprinkles. I'm licking it, look, man. And videos and pictures. And then if you go to Google Plus, it's like, hey, put out a show if you want to check it. Here you go.
Right.
Hey, here's a GIF about science.
Yes.
This is just too... I figure everybody on Google Plus talks like this.
No.
Yes, my name is Cliff. I really want you to check out my shows about science and how far the stars are from each other.
Be nice. Be nice.
Of course, that is in kilowatts and not
nice.
meters.
Stop it.
Instant coffee is much better.
Keep it up, Kevin. Keep it up.
All right, here. You know what they say? They say that the beaches are closed because it's winter. What the hell? Now on to Ferg.
Well, in some disappointing news this week, are you familiar with the Longaberger Basket Company, Kevin?
Not at all.
They make baskets. They're very coveted baskets, apparently.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, check it out. They have a building in Ohio that is shaped like a basket. And that is where they do most of their stuff.
Familiar with the basket building. I am.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because we went past it at one point. I think we took a trip out to Ohio. Oh gosh, maybe about 10 years ago, and we passed by it, and we were very intrigued by it. I think that might have been the first time I heard of Longaberger baskets.
Wow.
And then after that, I noticed it. There was quite a bit in the newspaper. Here, after that, there were quite a bit of ads for Longaberger baskets. It was really strange.
Well, what's
people selling them for large amounts of money?
What's the sad part?
The sad part is that they're leaving that building.
So what's going to become of that?
I don't know.
A picnic company?
That would be a good. That's actually pretty good.
Or a Trisket or a Trasket company?
Right.
A Tasket? How the hell did that go? I don't know.
I don't know. But they're going to leave that building and move to where they make the baskets in a place called Frazeysburg, Ohio. So kind of sad and weird.
A lot of weird names going on with that company, too. Welcome to Lagenberger. We're going to Freezing Frog, Ohio. My name is Ben Flagon Flagon Ferg and I. It's Irish.
Okay. What's your news, Kevin?
My news is that Phil Collins is going to have his first concert in 6 years. It's going to take place in Miami Beach, Florida.
Great.
According to multiple reports, Collins, who went into retirement 6 years ago, is coming
He's
out
got
of it.
arthritis, right?
He had
Is that
really
what it is?
bad back and hand
was it
and
his
leg
back?
and everything
Okay.
else, but his back was the worst. And then so what I hear is he went to his doctor and he says, I got to play again or I'm going to go crazy. I got to go and
Yeah.
perform. And he's like, let's work on you. Let's see what we can do. And he went through some rigorous, changing and exercising and this, that, and the other. And he's going to perform at the second annual Little Dreams Foundation Benefit Gala, which supports ALS. Ugh.
He did. I just saw a video recently. I think this is in Florida, right? He's playing performing. I think he was at a Florida high school and he was playing some of his songs with a bunch of kids that were in the band.
God bless him. That would have
And
been
I
awesome.
can't remember.
Could you
I
imagine
can't remember.
doing that? Oof.
I know. Yeah, that would be crazy.
Have him show up at your school.
I know people. I think people make fun of Phil Collins. Say, "Oh, please don't come back from retirement." But you know what?
Why?
Phil Collins has more hits than you ever will. You know what I mean?
Right. Unless you're talking to the mafia. But my point is,
But I want to tell you.
But
it's ridiculous. I don't understand why people are going nuts on Phil because he's an incredible songwriter.
yeah,
How can you just walk
singer,
away
great
from
drummer.
me? God, I love anything he's ever done.
the 80s were not kind to many people. So
No, that wasn't. But March 11th at the Jackie Gleason Theater in Florida, and I'm a huge Jackie Gleason fan as well. I have a lot.
100th birthday today or yesterday. I can't remember which.
Jackie Gleason, really?
Yeah, yeah.
I should have played some records. I have like all of his records. I love his music.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, well, back when I used to smoke, I used to sit in a room with a cigarette and a glass of wine, and you hear,
How sweet it is. Yeah.
and I'm like, she left me. No girlfriend. just the mood he would put you in. Well, listen, Sal is on vacation.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, he got some tickets for Disney World, and
That's weird. They don't have snow shovels down there.
yeah, I know, but he took his show snuffles with him. Show snuffles?
Show snuvels. Yeah,
He took
that's
the
a new
show
collection you
snuffles.
can
Yeah,
start.
it's pretty neat. Well, that's what he calls them, pet names. But luckily, somebody else called in, so this will be
All right.
good, right?
Very good.
All right, buddy.
Hi, who's on the phone?
Hello. Hi, my name is Bob Shurmack. I'm calling from Racine, Wisconsin. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. I've listened to all of your shows, Mr. Zerbinator, and to you, Mr. Ferg. I really enjoyed the shows, and I thought I might just pop in with a phone call very quickly to talk about a few things that you talked about on your last episode. The thing that is coming up in our calendar, though, has made me decide that perhaps I might have a suggestion about leap year. I thought because this day only comes along every 4 years or so, it might be something that we could change the name. Leap day just does not make much sense to me, leap year. I think because I don't know if you're familiar with the musical Brigadoon. It's about a Scottish town, I believe, that only appears once every 100 years. Perhaps we could call it Brigadoon Day. I think that has a much nicer feel to it, and many people would probably appreciate the reference. So you might mention that to your listeners. Another thing that you mentioned, or that actually Sal mentioned in the last episode,
Oh,
please
well.
stand by, was the fact that he had purchased the 18th snow shovel in his collection. And I'm a little confused and bewildered by the fact that he thinks he needs a snow shovel for every surface or every type of snow. I just wanted to kind of reach out to Mr. Sal and let him know that one snow shovel will work as well as any other snow shovel on any surface with any type of snow, and that in fact he's probably being gouged by an overzealous snow shovel salesman at his local hardware store. That would be my guess. And it's a shame that he's throwing all of this money down the drain for snow shovels that he probably doesn't really need. So if you could relate that to him, I would appreciate that.
Caring
The
gentleman.
final thing I wanted to talk about was something that Ferg brought up. He mentioned a group called Up With People that did some of the music for the halftime shows at the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not very familiar with the Super Bowl at all because I'm not a football person. I'm really not even a sports person. I work in the IT department at Johnson Wax here in Racine, and the most exciting thing that happens to me every day might be the fact that I can ride my moped to work every day and do not have to worry about traffic too much. So, in any case, Mr. Ferg mentioned Up With People. I do remember that group, but I was a fan and still am a fan of another group. It was a rival group of Up With People. It was called Well Done You. Well Done You was a great group. They had 85 singers in their group. They were very prolific for a while there. In 1976, they put out their first album, and by 1978, I believe it was, they had put out their 43rd album. They were very prolific.
Whoa.
And I have all of these albums because, in fact, I am the president and, frankly, the sole member of the Well Done You musical fan club, the International Fan Club. Our motto is promoting peace, posterity, and positivity, primarily through pop music prolifically, which certainly fits in with this group, Well Done You. So I just wanted to put a shout out there for Well Done You because you just don't hear about them anymore. You hear more about the Up With People group, which in my opinion actually sold out to the man when they did the Super Bowls, whereas Well Done You has solidly stayed with their own purpose. They have not had any kind of commercial success whatsoever. Out of the 43 albums that they produced from 1976 to 1978, they may have sold 44 albums. I'm not sure about the numbers about that. I will try and get back to you on that. So a shout out to Well Done You and down with Up With People, in my opinion. And I just wanted to thank you very much, Mr. Ferg and Mr. Zerbinator, for putting together such a fun show to listen to. I will be calling in again perhaps in the future. I just wanted to say thank you and good day to you, sirs.
Thank you, Mr. Shurmack, for calling in.
Yes, very much.
Yeah, that's nice. Mr. Bob Shurmack, he is the IT consultant at Johnson Wax. That's
Bob, or should I say Bab? Bab? Is he from Wisconsin?
I think so.
Yeah.
So
I think I would like to. I was just looking on the internet to see if I could find any of the Well Done You albums. I could not find any. So if you could maybe send us a sound sample of one of the albums,
that would be great. Yeah, please.
I would love to hear that.
Please, Bab. That would be great if you could send us that from Wisconsin. All right, Ferg. A.
Hey, A, B, C, D,
E, F, G, my friend.
H.
Late. We'll do the rest like Nicolas Cage. I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. That was Nicolas Cage reciting the alphabet. All right.
Hey, Ferg, any movies?
Well, I haven't seen any proper movies, but we are planning on going tomorrow to the actual movies. We're going to have a date night. So
Deadpool?
I will get to that in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Next time we record. But we started. My wife is very interested in the whole history of Jack the Ripper. For some reason.
No. I'm with you. Go on.
Yeah, I guess I was really into the whole thing of the JFK assassination. But anyway,
Right.
She is really interested in that. So we started. There was a show, a British show on Netflix that came out called Ripper Street. So she had put it in the queue years ago, and we started watching it in the past few weeks. And I I think she had thought that it was about Jack the Ripper, but it actually takes place after the murders happened.
Yeah.
And it's more along the lines of, it's about the police that from Whitechapel who investigated the Jack the Ripper thing. But it's basically maybe like a police procedural, but from the 1880s.
So like having CSI in 1880s.
Basically, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
It's
Is it fun to watch?
I enjoy it.
Okay, good.
We just have to put the subtitles on because it's a British show.
Oh, it's a British show.
British, yeah. It's hard to understand sometimes.
It's really strong British.
Yes.
So there you go, a knife in the back of his neck. Show me bleed. It's called hurt.
The only person I know from the show is the main guy, Matthew. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. McFadden or McFadden. I'm not sure. He was in MI5. And he was also in one of those Jane Austen movies. I don't know which one. I can't remember. But I enjoy it.
I want to check that out because I love that.
Yeah. Hey, we used to watch Copper. It was, I think, the same time period, but in New York.
Yeah.
And I guess kind of like the Gangs in New York movie. I hadn't seen that, but I guess it was kind of like the same type of thing. But I like this one better than Copper.
I had just recently picked up the Gangs in New York, and we started watching it, and we haven't finished it yet. I just got to the part where they all fought in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I think they probably let the violence run in the movie. They probably had to tone it down maybe a little bit for TV. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's we have a new rule that we do not eat dinner while we're watching Ripper Street.
You shouldn't watch anything on Netflix while you're eating dinner. Bottom line, yeah, because something's going to happen.
So we've been really enjoying that. Yeah. How about you, Kevin? What have you been watching?
Well, I went to my DVD case, and Shelley and I popped in Tombstone.
Oh, that was good. I really liked
Tombstone.
That.
I picked it up last weekend, $1.50.
Wow.
Over there, the good mint condition. It's the extra special version where you put the disc in, and it across your screen with letterbox top bottom.
Oh, I hate those black bars.
Me too. It drives me crazy. But
no.
But did you know that this movie came out on the 25th of December in 1993?
Wow.
Yeah, it's over 20 years now.
Sheesh.
Isn't that freaky?
Now that's Kurt Russell, right? Val Kilmer?
Val Kilmer.
I have it right? Okay. Yeah.
Sam. Let me do that again. Sam Elliott.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty good, Kevin.
Thank you. That's my Sam Elliott. You know, you want to buy a Ford, you go down there and you pick up a Ford and you drive out with it.
Was Sharon Stone in that?
No way. Dana Delaney, who I've had a crush on since I was
Dana
like
Delaney,
10.
That's right.
Ooh. But listen to this. All right, so you've mentioned some of the key characters, which are just that's a smidgen of the glory that's in this movie.
Yeah.
Because you got Powers Booth.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Paxton.
Oh, I didn't realize he was in that.
Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston is in this?
Charlton Heston's in. He plays Henry
How
Hooker.
did I not remember that? Oh, my goodness.
Jason Priestley. You've got Thomas Hayden Church.
Oh, yeah, he's good. I like him.
Lisa Collins. Billy Bob Thornton was in there. He was the really rude guy. But he was really chubby, too, so it took me a while to realize, hey, that's Billy Bob Thornton.
Was that before Sling Blade? I think that was before Sling Blade, wasn't it?
Yeah, before he really started taking out.
Wow.
Billy Zane was in it.
Sheesh.
Wyatt Earp, a descendant of Wyatt Earp, played Billy Claiborne.
Get out of here.
No kidding.
That's crazy.
Yep. Robert Mitchum narrated the movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And his
Did I
son,
ever tell you that Robert Mitchum went to school here in Felton for maybe a year or so?
Wow.
Yeah, my hometown.
Does he ever
Hometown now.
Did he ever come back?
No.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
That's probably why he doesn't come back.
Yes.
Does he haunt the school?
No.
Sanford Gibbons plays Father Feeney. He's a big.
Don't know that guy.
Me neither, actually. But his picture looks nice. And he looks familiar. I saw the picture, and he looks familiar. And I'll just say that. Somebody out there is going, hey, Sanford Gibbons! I'm the sole member of his fan club. And then Christopher Mitchum, which is son of the great Robert Mitchum, the great late Robert Mitchum, plays a cowboy ranch hand.
Interesting.
It's a great cast of people. And there's a whole bunch of
It was a great
people.
movie.
Yeah, Frank Stallone plays Ed Bailey, brother to the...
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh, boy, it just went down a little bit.
Terry O'Quinn Plays John Clyburn.
He's
Or
awesome.
Clum.
Yeah.
Mayor John Clum.
Yeah, he's great.
And Johnny Ringo was played by Michael Bain. And you know who Bain is, don't you?
Is it Biehn, Michael Bean?
No, I am Bain. Ferg, you don't know who Bain is, but I do. Michael Bain is isn't Johnny Ringo played by the guy who was in Terminator who went back and got
Michael
Sarah?
Bean.
Michael Bean, sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
A great movie. I enjoyed it again. And Kurt Russell, gosh,
He's great.
is
I
there,
love
is there
Kurt
nothing he can't do?
Russell. Yeah.
All right, brother, are you ready for some show and tell?
Yeah.
Now it's time for show and tell.
So I have here my little tiny
Oh, God, put it away.
binder.
Oh,
This 3-ring binder.
it's a black
No,
book, ladies and gentlemen.
5-ring binder. Sorry.
How many women's names do you have in there?
You don't see these anymore. They used to sell them at Staples back in the 90s, I think.
Well, let me see.
I think they stopped
didn't
selling
think about
it.
that. You're
it's
right.
like, was it like 3, 5-inch, 4-inch?
Yeah,
about?
it's about 4 inches. It's like the size of a large cassette tape.
Yeah.
In a case.
So I have, or the Walkman, actually. Probably the exact same size as the Walkman.
Yep.
Where's my Walkman? Oh, it's on the counter. Anyway, so I love these little things because my dad used to have one,
Yeah.
and he had all his recipes in it from when he worked at different bakeries and stuff. It had more of a textured cover. So I wanted the same thing, and I wanted to put recipes in it. So I bought one for that. And then when I started collecting video games, I bought another one. So this is that. So this dates back to the mid-90s, and it has all my video games in it. I haven't updated it in a long time. But there's also has a lot of video games in it that I sold already. So I still have them in there.
May I describe what I see there?
Sure. This is the Atari 5200. If you could, I collected that for years.
Oh, my gosh. You
Yeah.
have tiny handwriting.
Well, it's a tiny binder.
Yeah.
And if you see the Atari 5200, what it says up top, it says cards completed. I forget the date now. I can't
It says
see it.
87,
No,
47,
no.
10,
97,
4,
I guess, right?
97. Like I said, I
Yeah, so
just didn't say.
that's when I completed my Atari 5200 collection.
Goodness.
But I have since sold it, unfortunately. I wish I hadn't done that. But anyway,
would you
I just like, what?
would you be able to find paper for that thing anymore?
Oh, yeah, you can get it on Amazon. I just bought
Okay.
some recently.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
But I love this little thing. It fits in your pocket pretty well. It's kind of warped because it was in my pocket. My one with the recipes in it is a little bit more worse for wear because it got flour and oil and stuff on it from using it at work.
So if you get together with the gaming buddies, because I've seen pictures of you go into the
Yeah.
gaming rooms and whatnot, you ever bring that with you and pull it out? And be
I
like,
used to. I don't really, like I said, I don't keep it updated anymore, so
Yeah.
I don't really know what since I sold a lot of stuff, but I don't.
do you have it
haven't.
marked sold?
No, not yet.
Oh, you got to do
No,
that.
I know.
I think that's awesome. Makes me want to start like a little clubhouse.
But now I have it in Excel, so it's not as fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's funner when you have documentation to pull out,
Right. It is.
handwritten.
We're probably the last generation to appreciate that. What's your show and tell, Kevin?
My show tell. I'm not from
Kevin.
Wisconsin.
Kevin.
Oh, I got this.
Betcha. Well, George Carlin. Back it up so I can see what one it is. Takeoffs and put-ons. Awesome.
Awesome put-ons. This I shared with you, the Wino video on your page. Came from this
yes.
album.
Right.
And those of you who are friends with Ferg on Facebook probably would have seen this too. And if you're not, just go to Ferg's page. It's probably still on there if he hasn't deleted the post. Which you
No, I don't do
I
that.
know, I'm joking. George Carlin, Takeoffs and Put-Ons, 1972. This is back when George Carlin was a happy young man. Because I always break him up into happy George Carlin and extremely pissed off George Carlin.
Well, there was also the straight-laced George Carlin before that.
That's true, the one that was on
Yeah.
Johnny Carson.
And the Smothers Brothers.
And he was brilliant. And then
He had really short hair and no beard or
Suit.
mustache.
Yeah, he always wore a suit and tie.
Yeah.
And he jokes about when that change happened with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then he had some heart attacks and tried acid. He says when he tried acid, that's when he started seeing the world for the way it was, and that opened his mind and blah, blah, and then just went downhill.
Yeah.
Angry guy. But pick up a 1972 version, you will laugh your butt off.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful Wino Radio, top 40 disc jockey, and it's a great 5 minutes of him doing a beautiful set of music, broadcasting, sound effects, commercials, and all of the sounds that would go with an old 70s or 80s radio station. Beautiful. And then he does commercials for the second track. 8 minutes and 21 seconds of him doing these silly commercials that would be on the radio show.
Yeah.
And then daytime television. 9 minutes and 34 seconds of him doing a daytime TV thing. And then it goes on to side 2, which is a newscast for 7 minutes and 28 seconds of just how cheesy news was back then.
That's my favorite when he does those.
And then the last thing is the Indian Sergeant, 5 minutes and 8 seconds, which I actually haven't heard that track yet. But I'm sure it has something to do with Native Americans, or he picked up a really good, hello, my name is George Garrett. So we can find that out later. But recorded live at the Rooster Tail, Detroit, Michigan, and the engineer was Ernie Ulrich. And I can't tell you enough about just finding this album, especially in the condition it was in.
Is it really good condition?
It is really good condition. It sold for $7.59 when it came out. So it's got the little price tag up there. I'm trying to keep it as...
That's kind of expensive for back then.
Yeah. Yeah, 1972?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... I'm guessing that this sticker... It looks old, but I keep wondering if this sticker on here is a record store that had... like
secondhand,
hard to find albums, and somebody paid that and then gave it to the Goodwill because that's where I got it.
I can't remember if I have that one or not. I have a few George Carlin albums.
Oh, this is a Pickwick record too, and that's what freaks me out. Yeah, it's a Pickwick record. There's the Pickwick logo right up in there.
I thought it was. Is that maybe it's a re-release then?
I keep wondering. I don't know. But it's also a Camden stereo record.
Oh, Pickwick was like RCA. Like their budget label, and Camden is part of RCA.
Okay, so I don't understand why. Oh, it says right here. Oh gosh, forgive me. Pickwick, by arrangement with RCA Records underneath the sticker, which I just peeled back.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Elvis Pickwick albums.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The only thing I knew of Pickwick was all my Halloween records from when I was a kid.
Oh,
and Christmas albums too. Frosty the Snowman and.
Not very good quality vinyl, though, unfortunately.
No, but this is really in good shape.
Good, that's good.
All right, Ferg, can you sing that you sing so sad?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, you! What ya doing, man? So let's say you want to relive the days of your youth. Well, we have a cure for that, especially if you're in your 40s and 50s. Zerpiniger's 8289 podcast is a recorded journal dedicated to the history of the 80s. It features all the news, music, movies, technology, and even some show and tell from the 80s. Find it at zerpiniger.wordpress.com. And for you Apple freaks, on iTunes as well.
So yeah, it's back. 80-89 is back with the help of you, with the help of all of our friends getting together, and
that was fun. That was so much fun.
That was extremely fun. Boy, I hope we all get to record again sometime, don't you?
I do. Yes, I do. That's the best part about being a podcaster is meeting all these really great people.
Yeah. I never would have met you in person.
Nope.
Hey, okay, Ferg,
Hey, what, Kevin?
Hey,
here
Ferg.
I am. Right here. I'm right here. We weren't talking
Ferg.
about nothing.
I'm right here too, dog.
Hey,
bud. Listen.
Yeah.
Ferg.
What's up?
Dog. Let's, you want to talk some music?
Okay.
All right, bud.
It's time for music.
So I listened to this week.
Frank?
Oh, I can't see.
You can't see?
I can't see me.
Thank God you can hear because it's music.
Yeah, it's Frank Sinatra.
I love Frank Sinatra. Isn't this an important time to be listening to Frank Sinatra?
This is Sinatra. You mean, what, 9:24 p.m. or?
No, like...
Look here, you smart ass.
I think it was just his 100th birthday, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
recently.
But I every once in a while I go to the Goodwill, and you never really find
Good
rock and
place to
roll
go.
music there at the Goodwill.
True.
It's mostly the adult contemporary stuff, like a lot of the Columbia, Jim Neighbors, and Jerry Vale, and all that kind of crap.
All the stuff
Occasionally,
that people died and left for the Goodwill.
right. Occasionally, you get a Sinatra album, which is probably where I picked up most of them. And the good thing about the non-rock and roll records is that adults had them and they took good care of them.
Right. Exactly, mid condition.
So I didn't look this up. This was when he was with Capitol. Did you? I didn't really hear too much Sinatra when I was a kid. I basically heard like his '60s hits, like "That's Life" and "Something Stupid" that he did with his daughter, and it was a very good year.
I was
That kind
gonna
of stuff
say-
that he did in the mid '60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd never really heard the earlier stuff. I don't think my grandparents listened to it. They were teenagers in the 20s.
Yeah.
So I remember
Miller.
them. Yeah. Well, even before that, they were, I don't know how to describe it. Maybe like
Artie Shaw.
The best I can describe it is like, I'm not familiar with Artie Shaw.
Ted
Sorry.
Weems. Going back to the...
Like silent movie music is basically how I can describe it. So they used to listen to that on Saturday afternoons, but then also they would listen to that late 60s adult contemporary stuff too.
Wow.
So I don't ever remember hearing them listen to Frank Sinatra, but I didn't used to like him, but as I've gotten older, I've started to appreciate him more, especially getting into old time radio and stuff because he's a pretty big presence there. So I didn't look this album up. It's called This Is Sinatra. It's on the Capitol label. I think it's like a best of.
I was going to say, what's on the...
Yeah, it's got I've got The World on a String, Three Coins in the Fountain, Love and Marriage from what's that?
the TV show.
Married with
Children. Yeah.
Young at Heart, Learning the Blues, Love is a Tender Trap. So there's a lot of good stuff on here. I enjoyed listening to it.
That's an awesome album.
It just reminds you also of like the whole Mad Men era thing where you should be listening to this in a bar, drinking scotch and smoking a cigarette at the
And
same
thinking
time.
about the girl that just left you. Same
Yeah,
thing like
yeah.
Jackie Gleason.
Yep.
100% with you.
What's your music, Kevin?
Complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Okay.
I've been listening to Living Color because I'm waiting for spring.
What's your favorite color, baby?
Bing, ding, 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 ding. Is it red? That's what I say. So this is Vivid. You have this album.
I have this one and the next one, I think.
And the next one has Love Rears Up Its Ugly Head. I love that song.
Yeah, that's a good song.
When it comes to get you. I love that. Oh, I love that band. I love this band.
Is it Corey Glover, the lead singer?
Yes.
Yes, he's awesome. He's a great singer.
And they're still going. They sound exactly the same.
I don't think Muzz is still playing with him, is he? Muzz Skilling's the bass player?
I thought he was, but
I thought
the happy
maybe they got
guy.
back together.
I don't know.
Afterwards, because I thought I thought he had left for a while. Maybe I can't remember.
I love the name Muzz though.
Yeah,
And I love.
he's such an awesome bass player too.
What's the name of the guitarist? I keep losing it.
Vernon Reid.
God bless you, Vernon Reid.
All right, let me ask you this.
Please.
I'm sorry to step on your music thing, but I'm curious what you think about this. I've heard differing things about Vernon Reid, that he's an amazing guitarist, and then on the other end, he's just playing notes, and it has absolutely nothing to do with what's going on in the song.
His soloing seems to be that way.
Yeah, okay.
His solo, and I'm no expert, but his soloing seems to be that way. But then again, could you imagine Cult of Personality without that
solo?
Freaky solo.
Yeah.
So it's like, but yeah, he's just an incredible guitarist. I wouldn't put him up there with anybody of a virtuoso style, but or status, but his ability is quite artistic with what they're doing.
Yeah, that record was so good.
Such a good album.
Was it 89 that first one came out, I think it was?
I think it was 88. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
You want me to verify before I continue?
It was one of those years.
I'm going to guess, just for my own thing.
I don't think I was in high school when it came out.
I can't believe I remembered something.
88?
May 2nd, 1988 is when it did come out.
So it was right exactly at the tail end of my high school career then.
Our 18-year-old bash right there.
So I imagine Cult of Personality probably came out a little bit before May before the album came out.
Yeah, you remember those days where the album came out much later than the songs?
Yeah,
You had to wait patiently.
Yeah. That was great. That's Call to Personality is one of those songs that I like to when I'm at work at 3 o'clock in the morning by myself, turn it up and sing along as loud as possible.
I'll give you just two quiz questions on this album. Let's see if you get it right. Number one, who is the gentleman that starts off the album before any band?
Oh.
And during the few moments that we have left, I want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody can hear.
I can't remember who it is.
I'm starting to wonder now if it's Nixon.
I don't think it's Nixon, is it?
I don't know now.
So you give me a quiz, but you don't know what the answers are.
How you doing? Well, they didn't give him proper credit. Either that's Nixon or that's not Kennedy, because it would have been.
No, he's later.
Yeah, that's right. That's not what your country can do for you.
Right.
And number 7, Memories Can't Wait. Who wrote that?
Was that a David Byrne song?
Yes. Talking Heads. Very good.
I remember that.
Yeah. Isn't that neat?
Malcolm X was the opener.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
I looked it up. But I did remember Memories Can't Wait. So
I love that. They did such a good job on that song.
Yeah. You know what was weird? I remember hearing it. My sister used to listen to Z100 in New York, which is a pop station, like a top 40 station at the time.
Yeah.
They sped up Call to Personality, something awful.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Get it out of there?
Weird. I guess. Oh, this is interesting.
Please.
This was the second single.
Cult to
Wait, is that right? Yeah, second single off the album.
Can I guess first?
Wait a minute. This says it's the first one.
Okay, then.
I don't know.
You're
It's
confused.
confusing.
I always figured Glamour Boys, because Glamour Boys was out there for a while too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. This is a great album. I haven't listened to it in a long time.
It is. And Desperate People. This is my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Mud Skillings is not with them anymore.
Oh, well, what the hell's wrong with him? Well, Ferg.
Well,
Hey, Kevin.
sad to say, but it's time to go. Please Stand By is over. Sadly.
Ferg, I want you to know again, in all seriousness, focaccia bread. Focaccia. It sounds like some kind of sick cold that you can get in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound right.
No.
Also sounds like, hey, what are you, focaccia? Thank you again for
Thank
another
you,
great
Kevin.
show. Thank you.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
Always is. We have a good
Yes.
time. Ferg and I have a surprise for you, but I think we'll wait and see how surprising it is, because it is a surprise, and it involves a lot of people, but Ferg and I are going to be part of those people that do something that we don't want to talk about right now, but it's going to be a hell of a surprise. And I hope you all enjoy it. I also wanted to say that I'm going to end the show tonight with a song by Bob Ross, the painter.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about right there?
I do. Yes, I do.
Called Bob Ross Remixed, Happy Little Clouds, and it was performed by the PBS Digital Studios.
Yeah.
And I figured that's a good way to end such a Happy Little Cloud show.
Every day's a good day when you paint, Kevin.
That every bay is a good day to be Michael
Sorry.
Bay.
You're my bay, Kevin.
You're my bay.
No, you're my bay.
You're my bay.
I don't know what I'm saying right now.
It's all right. And thanks, Sarah, again for the last episode, because she was freaking hilarious.
I will do that.
I witnessed people listening to it from work, and it was great.
It was a lot of fun doing that.
The response was wonderful.
Yeah.
And so until I see you again, I'll see you again.
I will.
This part always reminds me of you and me when we were floating in the ice after the Titanic sank.
Yeah.
And you said, you were holding onto my hand and you were saying, don't let go. And I was like, Ferg, it's freaking cold. And you're like, don't let go. And then bubbles came up behind me and you let go of my hand.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's because I farted in the Atlantic. So until next time, this is Ferg saying,
I feel asleep.
There we go.
Sorry, that's a video game thing.
Oh, I thought that was a Titanic thing.
No.
I have to wait for the damn song to... Finally!
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you. First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your homes. If this is your first time with us, let me extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your oil paints and paint along with us each week. Let's go over to the canvas here and let's get started. I believe, every day's a good day when you paint. I believe, it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. I believe, every day's a good day when you paint. I believe, it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. Let's build a happy little cloud. Let's build some happy little trees. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. You can almost paint with anything. All you have to do is practice. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it. Cause you can do it. Give it a little touch. Give it a little push. Make love to the canvas. Give it a little touch. Give it a little push. Caress it. Very gentle. Grab it. Lift it. Fluff it. You can go on and on and on. Back and forth. Layer after layer after layer. Let's build a happy little cloud. Let's build some happy little trees. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it. Cause you can do it. Relax. Let it flow. Think like water. Relax. Let it flow. You can go on and on and on. We don't make mistakes. We just have happy accidents. You can do anything that you want to do. Total power. Sing along, have a good time. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it. Cause you can do it. I believe every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. I believe every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart.
All of Zerbinator's music and podcasts are under the Creative Commons license, which allows retelling and rebroadcasting as long as the author is notified and credited. For more great escape pods, please visit www.zerbinator.wordpress.com. If you would like to contact Zerbinatorland, you can send an email to instrumentally@gmail.com or give us a call at 571-408-ZERB or 9372.